Hello and welcome to the final part of the series, in which I build a construction where I can train my reflexes. In this part, I will program, 3D print and assemble the entire product. And all of that after the intro. Before I build the entire project, I first need to think about how it's going to look like. Some ideas might have actually worked, but the most of them were too complicated to build. So I began designing a simple solution. For each piece I make out of wood, I design a template, which makes it later much easier for me to make all the needed pieces with the size I have planned. After that, I began using the template to make 3 identical pieces. One on a 4mm thick wood and 2 on some old wood which is approximately 2 cm thick. So let's begin cutting the pieces out. And now I begin making the edges smooth with sandpaper. And after that's done, I glue all the pieces together. The next step is to 3D print those 2 pieces, which I created in the last episode, 3 more times. So let's begin 3D printing. Now I have to cut the support material of the 3D printed piece. So now that I have the 3D printed pieces, I will finish the out of wood built construct with milling the still sharp edges of the wood with a milling machine. And now it's time to drill a hole for the bottom, which will be later important when we are programming the microbit. After that, I try if the button fits perfectly into the hole. It fits perfectly. I ordered a packet with a piece in it which allows me to program a maximum of 16 servo motors. I ordered it because the old piece only allowed me to program a maximum of 3 servo motors. But for my project, I need to program 4 servo motors. In my opinion, it was a pretty good upgrade. Now I put everything together. I begin with the microbit. Now I plug the 5V output into the piece. After that's done, I also plug all the 4 servo motors onto the piece. The next step will be to connect the second 3D printed piece with a metal rod to the servo motor. So let's finally begin to program. The finished program might seem a little complex, but wait until I explain it to you. Basically, this program chooses always a random number between 1 and 4. For an example, when the number 1 gets picked, there are only 3 possible options left. So let's think the number 3 gets picked. Then there are only 2 options left the system can choose from. So let's also think that after that the number 2 gets randomly chosen. Then we already have our first possible way, in which the sticks can be dropped by the servo motors. There are exactly 24 possible combinations in which the sticks can be dropped, and I wrote every combination on a piece of paper. so it's easier for me to write every possible combination into my program. For example, this possible combination is built out of 4 variables: P1, P2, P3 and P4. Each variable stands for one falling stick by a servo motor, which you can see right here. And now I just need to download the program. The last and final step is to build everything up and test it out. It actually works! Thanks for watching, and please consider to leave a like or a follow because this video took me more than a month to make.